a fat cockroach Escalade, all blacked out with red interior. Hello mamitas, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. A lot of you guys may know me as My Marine, LashesX.looks, your lash tech, whatever you want to call me. But in today's video, I'm going to be filming a get ready with me / get to know me. I did go on my Instagram and I did ask you guys to ask me some questions on my lashgram. I call it my lashgram, bro. But you guys came through with these questions and I wrote down a whole bunch on my notes just so I don't have to keep going back because it's literally gonna delete right now. But I wrote down a couple. These are just like the ones that I think I can answer. There are some questions in here where they're just a little too deep, so I'm not gonna get too much into that. But yeah, so let's go. Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing my makeup too while I talk to you guys because y'all are just crazy. What is your full name? I'm not gonna say my full name, but just know I go by My Marie. That's what I go by. My Marie, LashesX.looks, whatever you wanna call me. Y'all, I hate when y'all mispronounce my last name too. Like it's LashesX.looks, not LashesLooks. Thank you very much. Just kidding, it's okay. Shout out to my nail tech. My nail tech 8 down on my nails. Nails by Selena. Located in Mesa AZ. Go book her. The next question is, what is your opinion on marriage? My opinion on marriage is I do want to be married at a young, or I do want to be engaged at least at a young age. I don't want to be married yet till like I've traveled, and I do want to travel the world married, but like, how do I explain this to you guys? I want to be engaged at a young age, but I don't want to be married at a super young age. Does that make sense? Like, I still want to be able to do things with my partner, and like, because I don't know, like, I feel like you know your partner, but you don't know your partner till you go on trips with them. You like, you know, you do more stuff with them. So I don't know. Yeah, so I want to be married at a young age, but I don't want to be married too late. But I don't want to be married, but I want to be married. So yeah, and everyone has their own opinion on marriage. You don't have to be married to run a family. You don't have to be married at all. Everyone, just some people think like it's just a paper. To me, it's not just a paper. To me, it's like if my partner chooses to go to the military or whatever, like I will get the benefits. Or I don't believe in the whole like, oh, I only put my name on the house. No, you're putting my name too. Thank you very much. Just and get a prenup because you never know. So this kind of ties down to this question. What brow gel do you use? I use the Got2b glue. A lot of my clients are like, it makes my brows flake. It makes my brows flake. But the brow glue that I use to do my clients like brow cleanups, I think it's the PL something brow. I'll like see if I can find it. And the next question is, are you gay? Do I look gay? I love gay people, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gay. I'm very much straight. Don't like women. I hardly get along with women. But no, I'm not gay. I'm straight, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. I have a couple clients that are gay, and that's fine. And nail techs, question mark. What? Who's my nail tech? Nails by Selena. My favorite color. My favorite color is obviously pink and black. I love pink and black. I think it's just a cute combo. I used to like the color red in middle school. I think it was just like that phase that every girl went through. But I don't know. I used to wear red all the time in middle school. And then I started wearing black once I hit high school. Graduated. Bro, I literally graduated wearing black. Like, black is my color. I love black. I feel like it just makes me look, black just makes girls look like baddies, don't they? Next question is, do you have a best friend? yes, I consider her still my best friend. I went to Skyline High School in Mesa. I'm not gonna say too much about like my addresses and stuff like that, but I will tell you guys that I did go to Skyline. It's a school out here in like kind of towards like East Mesa, kind of like East Mesa by AJ, I guess you could. I don't know. It's right by AJ, but I went to school out there. My best friend, she also went to school out there. We dated brothers. Oh, I didn't date the brother, but she dated a man, and then I dated a man. I didn't date him, but what do you call it? We were just like talking, you know, like typical puppy love high school stuff, toxic, like, you know what I mean? But we're still cool to this day. He's pretty chill. We know like we were just kids, like, you know, but we met through those brothers. She was dating a brother. I was talking to a brother. We talked for a pretty good time. And then we just started like getting really close. We would hang out, and then they kind of like, I'm not gonna talk about their relationship because that's none of my business, but they kind of like went their own separate ways. And then me and that guy were still kind of talking, but then it kind of just like shifted away too, so we ended up like still being best friends. I consider her my best friend just because like she's definitely been in the hardest parts of my life, and I had another best friend at the time, but she wasn't the girl I could trust, where like if I left the room I didn't know if you were gonna sit there and talk about me type of stuff, you know what I mean? And my best friend now to this day, we'll call her B. She most definitely like had my back when anyone would say anything, like when I would leave the room, so I consider her my best friend. And on top of that, like if anything was to happen to that girl, she knows I would flip. Like I would go crazy, y'all. I would go crazy. A favorite artist? I have a couple. I don't know. I have a couple. If we're talking about rap, I love me some Boosie. I love me some NBA Youngboy. I'm a Youngboy fan. You guys know that. No, if we're talking, I grew up on country music, you guys. So I know that might not sound believable, but girl, I'll literally call my mama. My mom was a big country lover when I was a little girl, so I grew up on country music. I used to hate listening to country music, but now that I've like gotten older and like, you know, matured, I actually love country music. If we're talking about country music, Chris Stapleton. If we're talking about rap, NBA Youngboy, Boosie. If we're talking about like Hispanic music, I love me some reggaeton. I don't know, my clients could tell you, y'all. I don't know, I have a lot of artists that I like. Okay, next question is green and red flags. Green flags would obviously be like he has goals. No, we'll start off with the red flags. My red flags are if you have bad hygiene, you have no goals, you have no motion, you're a mama's boy. I don't like mama's boys, bro. Like, that just disgusts me. Like, why is your mom trying to be in my relationship? I don't like that. Which, thank God I've never dealt with a mama boy, but I've heard so much about it, and I'm just like, if you're a mama's boy, don't talk to me. Green flags would be like if you want to travel, if you want to, anything I'm into, like, okay, whatever. I give up on my brows. I don't really care. Next question is, are you religious? Yes, I am religious. The one thing though, I would never wish, like, where was I going with this? Am I religious? Yes, I am religious. I grew up going to church with my mom, my brother. My mom's very religious. My mom loves going to church, and like resetting your week after like a really long week is just something I love. But yeah, these clips are bothering me. That's all I know. Next question is, what part of Mexico is your family from? From like Sonora. My great-grandpa's from Peñasco. A lot of people think Peñasco's just like a party city. No, there's people that actually live there and like grew up there. My grandpa is from Peñasco. My great-grandpa is from Zacatecas. I have some family from Chihuahua. I have a tia that her kids are from Guanajuato. Girl, I just have a lot of family from everywhere. Like, we're just from Mexico. We're Mexican. You want kids? Girl, F them kids. Just kidding. Yes, I do want kids. I don't know though. Like, I always said, okay, I don't want to get like political or like anything like that, but I've always said like, oh my god, like I don't want kids. I don't want kids. When I was younger, I used to want so many kids, like 6 kids. Like, I just imagine myself being a boy mom, like big old Escalade, dropping her kids off to school with her big old diamond ring on her finger. You know, I don't know, but yes, I do want kids. The only thing that I'm worried about is like, I don't want to bring a kid into this world. Like, I know you guys see how this world is so ugly and like everything that's going on right now with like that. I don't know. It kind of makes me second guess if I want to bring a kid, but then I think about my mom, and like my mom's always sending me like TikToks, like, and I'm not saying I'm going to do it for my mom because that's definitely not what I want to do. My mom would want me to do what I want to do. We love Mama J though. There was also questions if my mom supported. But I don't know, I just think my mom would be a super great grandma, and my mom, like, she jokes about having like a school bus with like 12 grandkids. So I don't know, I do want kids, but if I find the right man and he can support me and them kids and I can support them kids, then why not have kids? But as of right now, I don't want kids, and I don't want kids at a young age. There's a lot of like teenagers that are already popping babies, which, girl, I'm happy for you, but me personally, I don't want a kid till I have my house, like, I guess you could say the right way. I don't know, but, and I want to be with my partner for a while before I even bring kids into this world. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to rush into having kids just because we're married or engaged. Does that make sense? But yeah, next question. What's your favorite designer brand? If we're talking about like if I had bands on top of bands, and I just went to the mall and bought something, and what store am I going into? I'm going into Burberry because I love me some Burberry. I just love the patterns and the colors. But if you're talking about like purses and stuff like that, I like Coach. I don't know if Coach is considered designer. I like Coach, stuff like that. I don't know. But I'm a Burberry girl. I love Burberry. I own a pair of their slides and they're not very comfortable, but I love them. Next question is, oh, this kind of ties on to the other one. Do you know what you want your kids' names to be? Yes, I do. I don't know about my son. That boy gonna have to, I don't know. I don't know about my son, but I know what I want my daughter's name to be, but I'm not going to say my daughter's name because what if one of my clients take it? So no. And a lot of my clients are pregnant right now. Oh my god, bro. What happened between you and Tyler? What happened between you and Tyler, bro? I knew you were going to ask questions about Tyler. Bro, look at my dog. She chewed my brush. I'm not gonna sit here and like get too deep into what happened between me and Tyler because I'm gonna get emotional and like, you know. But Tyler was my best friend. We hung out like every single day. We went to trips together. He was with me on my birthdays. Like, we did so much together. We would just like, we'd go to the movies together. We'd go to dinner together. Like, it felt like I was in a relationship but with my best friend. Does that make sense? Like, he was definitely my best friend. I loved him. I still do love him. I have so much love for him because he got me through a really, like, there was a part in our friendship where I was just so mentally down. Like, I was in high school still. I was just so mentally down. Like, he brought light to my world. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. And I still love him, but what happened was he just got a boyfriend. And I understand him from his part. Like, it's really hard maintaining a friendship between your man Tyler's gay, but his man, and then me. So like, if you guys don't know Tyler, you guys just don't know Tyler. But his name's Tyler by Ty. Go book with him. He's a tattoo artist located in Mesa, Arizona. He's low-key legit. Like, his work is so good. I love him. But we don't really talk anymore. We kind of just like let each other do our own thing, because we knew like, okay, like, she has a business going for herself, I have a business going for myself. We didn't really talk about it. You guys know that we were gonna move in together, and like, you know, but I want to be mature about this situation, and I'm not gonna sit here and bash him. I am a little upset from like the way things ended between me and him, but I'm not gonna let that like change the way I feel about this boy. Like, I still love him. I still consider him a best friend. If anything was to happen to him, I'd still be there for him and his family. Like, and his boyfriend. Like, his boyfriend was super sweet. We did hit like a roughy patch in the beginning when they first started dating. I was kind of just like, but no, he's a super sweet guy. And Tyler, if he's happy, like, that's all that matters to me. So yeah, that's what happened between me and Tyler. Things never really happened. It's just we both got busy, and he couldn't really maintain having like a friendship and a man, if that makes sense. And I didn't want to get between that. And there's two sides to every story. So if he feels different about the situation, then he can come out and speak out about it. But from what I know, there's no issue. We're not getting into drama and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna sit here and bash someone on my YouTube channel. So yeah. Homebody or outside body? I'm a homebody. I like being home. I like being with my family. I love just like coming home and like laying on the couch with my mom. Like, but then I like being outside, y'all. I don't know. It's complicated. Dream car? Bruh, of course Liliana would ask this question. Liliana's like a big car girl. My dream car would have to be, if we're talking about like my mom car, I want a fat cockroach Escalade, all blacked out with red interior. But yeah, I want a cockroach. I love my mom car. If I don't want a mom car and I want my dream car, I want a red eye, a hot pink red eye. Yeah, hot pink red eye, hot pink seats. My dad's a painter. My dad paints cars for a living, so, and he does like box Chevys, and my dad can build a really good car. Let me show you all the car my dad built. But my dad paints like cars and does all that stuff. So yeah. Do you like morenos or güeros? Bro, me and my client were just talking about this. Girl, you know the answer to that. I'm a moreno type of girl, but also there do be some cute güeros out there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I think about it and I'm like, if I get with a widow, like, my kid would have like blue eyes. But then I think about it and I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, looking at my husband and be like, you look like a white boy. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm a moreno type of girl. Are you the only person in your family with a business? Bro, you know what's crazy is I wrote down like the names that people who asked me this, and like the girls that asked me this, they know the questions, they know the answers to these. No, I'm not the only one in my family that owns a business. My cousin's also an esthetician. She's all the things you could think about. Everything that falls under aesthetics, that's her. My grandma owns a tire shop. It's called Twins Mufflers and Tires. It's in Mesa. Go get your tires, your exhaust, whatever. My grandpa's an exhaust specialist, so he knows how to do all those things. But tell them that Amaya sent you, and my grandma will get you right. My grandma crochets and like has her own small business with that. So if you guys want crocheting things, let me know. One of my aunts, she's like a little content creator. She does like content. So she has like her own thing. So you guys may know the other tire shop, Llantera del Centro. We have family that are related through them. But yeah. What is your favorite hobby? I like paddleboarding. I like being on the water. I don't know. Me and my cousin are little, bro. We get called Moana because the water just calls our name. How did you come up with your last name? I don't know how I came up with my last name. I know I wanted to put lashes in there because I never really wanted, I didn't want my name like Amaya to be my last name because y'all, that's a little too much. But I didn't want to be lashes by Amaya or lash by Amaya or winks by Amaya. Like, I wanted to have a different exotic name. So I think I just came up with, like, I went on TikTok and was just asking TikTok, like, what are some, like, lash names, and I think it came up with, like, lashes something. Y'all, my thing was supposed to be exotic wings, but I didn't do that. And it's funny because, like, one of my lash besties, her name's Exotics by Say. We love her. Her name, like, kind of reminds me of, like, what I was supposed to be, but no. I think I just put it together. I don't really know too much. I don't know. I kind of just threw it together. Favorite set to do. I'm a mega specialist, so megas. I love megas. I get megas. I love megas. Is your mom supportive? Yes. My mom is very supportive. My mom is my world. And I don't know what I would do if my mom... If anything was to happen to my mom, you guys, I would literally stop my business and do anything and everything to have my mom back, because my mom is my world, and you guys know how much my mom means to me. I'm over here getting emotional. No, I'm not gonna get emotional. But yes, my mom's super supportive. My mom's always been there for me. I don't know if you guys know, but before I used to do lashes, I did strawberries. I did chocolate covered strawberries, and I would sell like little fresas con crema, like stuff like that. And she was always super supportive, like helping me do the strawberries. If I was out with my friends or like doing something and I knew I had to be home at that time to do lashes or do my strawberries, she would go and do them for me. But yeah, my mom's always been supportive. This question is, do you have a favorite client? No, you guys, I don't. Bro, my clients always tell me this, like, do you have a favorite client? Do you have a favorite client? No, I don't have a favorite client. I don't have a favorite client. I just definitely have like those clients that touch me different. Whoa! I have those clients that like have touched my business in very different ways. But no, I don't have a client. I don't have a client. I don't have a favorite client, you guys. I don't. I post a lot about all my girls. Like, one of my loyals, Nicole, I post about her all the time. Like, oh my god, look at Nicole, baddie, whatever, blah blah blah. I post about Nora. You guys know Nora. Nora's like my day one. That's my girl. I love her. Like, that's definitely not my favorite client. So you guys stop saying all that stuff. But Nora is definitely the girl that like made me want to pursue my business even more and more and more. Like, every time she came to me, she was just like so supportive. And yeah, you guys. So no, I do not have a favorite client, but I do have different clients that have touched my business in very different ways, and I very much appreciate that. Do you have a man? No, I don't have a man. I'm very much single, not ready to mingle. Leave me there as a Pringle, okay? What are you going to college for? I'm going to college for forensic psychology for my bachelor's at Arizona State University. And then I'm going to go back for my master's and get my doctorates. My goal in my career field is to be, where did my bronzer go? Is to be a forensic psychologist. If I don't become a forensic psychologist, then you always have to have a backup plan. I want to be a crime analyst or a behavioral specialist in the jails. Baddies being in like men work feels like blue collar. You like see. What do you want to do with your business? I'm not gonna say too much. But what I want to do with my business, I want to open a salon in the future. I don't really like to say my goals out loud, but I want to say I do want to open a salon in the future, pass it down to my daughter or whoever wants to take on my business if anything was to happen to me. Yeah, pass on my business. I do want to come out with Mamita merch, because you guys know that I call all my clients Mamita. But I do want to come out with Mamita merch. I think like hot pink sweatsuits with like a black, so cute. Yeah. How did you learn how to do lashes? I don't know. I don't remember. Picked up a tweezer and called it a day. and it took me almost a year to learn. So like everything in total, like isolation, placement, everything, almost a year. My zodiac sign, I'm a Virgo, and I wouldn't want to be anything else. Don't talk to me. Biggest fear while lashing. Lena asked me that. Lena's Lash Boutique, her work is so tea. Dropping tweezers in someone's eye. I had a client the other day, or yesterday actually, when I was filming spent a 4-day client with me. She was telling me that her old lash stick dropped like dropped glue in her hair, and my girl was a blondie. I was like, no baby, no. How much money do you make on average while lashing? Enough to pay my bills. Beef with lash techs. Oh my gosh, y'all are crazy thinking I'm gonna sit on here and talk down on some lash techs. Beef with lash techs. I'm dead. Who asked me that? There are some lash techs that I definitely do think shouldn't be lash techs, but I'm not gonna say too much about that. But I don't got beef with lash techs, and if we do have beef, it's one-sided because I could care less about your business. Will you do anything besides lashes? Yeah. Like I said, I used to do strawberries. Never be a barber, or I want to do braids. My little sister, she's like kind of deaf, and she knows how to braid real good. Your biggest pet peeve while lashing. My biggest pet peeve in general is when girls, anybody chews with their mouth open. So that would have to be that. Chewing with your mouth open, like, ew. When my clients smoke and they like blow it in my face. Like, babe. And how much money have I invested? Susie asked me that. Susie's my lawyer, y'all. You know Susie. I definitely invested a good amount of money. I go through lights like crazy, but I think I've invested a good amount of money. Am I doing lash courses? Olivia asked me that. No, not at the moment, but I will be soon, and I'm excited because you guys know that I'm moving out and like stuff like that. But I want to do everything the right way. So yeah, but there's some lash chicks out here that be charging like $1,400 for a 3-day course. That's crazy. Like, why would you charge $1,400 for a 3-day course and they don't even get like, no, that's crazy. Just know my course is gonna be like at least a month or something. You cannot learn lashes in 3 days. Like, there's just no way. My lash map is 17 through 20, I believe is what Amy did on me. I went to Lashes by Amy. I love her. She's so sweet. Go book with her. She's in Phoenix. Worst experience with the lash tech? Unprofessionalism. Do you get tired of lashing? I get overwhelmed. Ooh, I get overwhelmed. I could say that. I do get overwhelmed. I do get like, like, bro, I have 7 clients today. What am I doing to myself? I do get overwhelmed, but I will never get tired of lashing. I love lashing. Oh, baby, I'm not answering that. Y'all are some crazy freaks. I'm gonna answer one last question, and we're gonna be done with the video because I feel like I did a lot. I feel like I answered a lot of your guys' questions. You're crazy. You guys are little freaky leakies. Have you dated anyone in the business industry? Yes, you guys know that. You guys know that. Yes, I dated a barber. We dated for years. Yeah, I dated a barber. Being in AZ, everyone wants to be a barber. Like, why do you guys want to be a barber? My little brother wants to be a barber. Like, what's up with the barber industry? Like, bro, like, pretty soon there's gonna be a barber every corner I turn. Okay, well, that was it for today's video, you guys. I love you guys so much, and thank you for asking me all these questions. Like, I genuinely thought my clients were not going to come through with questions, but y'all came through with some questions. There was a couple on there that was just a little freaky leaky. I'm not answering those. Y'all are crazy if you think I'm going to answer those. But I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And don't forget to book with me. Lashes Like Alex on Instagram. Bye guys, love you.